this area in 1860, before the Civil War, and he was in the Civil War from this area. And my grandfather built a house out here that I was born and raised in 1865, and raised 6 children. And my dad was the youngest of the 6, and he lived there after all the other kids had moved out. And he lived there with my grandfather and married, and I was born there along with all his brothers and sisters were born in the house. Back in those days, they didn't go to the hospital. The baby was born at the house, and so I've been around quite a while. And back in the, I guess it was early 1930s, us kids in the neighborhood would come down here and play around in this area, and the old mill site was here. The building was still here. It wasn't, I don't remember the year that it was taken down or done away with, but I think it was right during the war, in probably the mid-40s. But I do know that it was here in the 30s and the early part of the 40s. Before I went in service in the 40s, it was still here. But it was taken down. But
was it? Did it operate up till the end?
No, it didn't. No, my grandfather's brother even owned the mill at a time period in there in the 1800s. But I don't remember when it stopped service.
It said 1935 on that.
I don't know. It might have been that late, but I don't much believe it was that. It was in operation in 35. It could have been, but I know that my grandfather used the mill quite a bit in his time period. He used to tell me that when the mill was here, there was a post office, what they called a post office and a mercantile store. They called them back then. They had the staple groceries in it, and it was a combination grocery store and post office. And it sat right up here, just up from where the well is. Where's the well site?
Right behind us, kind of buried in the trees, and we've got the post office marked off up there on the right.
Okay. It sat right up here on the hill, and of course the mill was right here on the creek. The last time I was here, there's still 2 pillars that was used for the building itself. It was right in the bank of the creek here.
They're still there.
And they're still there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And,
but was it there in 1935?
the building was here, yeah. Yeah, the building was here at that time. And
How many houses were here, Jimmy? Do you know about?
just one house as far as I remember. I remember the house and this building and the bridge. The main road 21 wasn't here. It's when I'm speaking of the time period in the 30s.
There's no road at all, or just a dirt road?
Well, that road wasn't there. 21 wasn't there.
Okay.
The road we used was over here. You can cross the creek, and it was a dirt road.
You could see it
And
over there.
there was a 1-lane bridge, wood bridge over the creek, and the road.
Was Orange, was that called a Citra Road?
Orange Springs Stark Road.
Orange Springs Stark.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
The road
Remains
is
of it, and the bridge abutment is still there. So
Yeah,
you
the
will go
button's
see
still
it.
there. And the roadway went in this direction through here, and stayed out by the power line through there until it got almost to the cemetery, and then it crosses over 21 and went right by the edge of the cemetery where the parking lot is, on down toward Keystone. And then going south, it made quite a few changes, and this was before 21 was put in.
And it went all the way to Keith Stark
Yeah,
eventually.
right. And
Where was the Baptist church? The Alliance Baptist Church?
The cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
The cemetery, I think, wasn't it?
yeah, it was the
Up
cemetery.
that far?
That way. Yeah,
No.
well,
back up here.
Lime Cemetery.
I had read that it was right across from Banana at one time and then moved.
I don't think
Well,